everybody. So we're out here in Bigfoot country. We're in Oregon. Why are we here? That's disclosed information. We can't reveal it yet. But we're all together. There's a lot of fixie people here, and we're all together. And we have our first recurring guest, this Mr. Jackson Bradshaw. And I feel like last time we had you on the pod, Last Try just came out.
True. That was a while ago.
Yeah, that was
That's crazy.
Was that the last time you tried?
Pretty much, dude. Pretty much.
R.I.P.
Deep fried base meme incoming. Fuck your freestyle. That one's free.
At least I was honest about it up front.
You were. You're like, I'm not doing anything ever again.
Exactly.
We can appreciate that.
So
it was a good magnum opus.
Now that the dust has settled on that video, what are your thoughts about it? Did it go? Was it as successful as you wanted it to be? Did you like the way it was received by the community? What do you think?
I mean, I have no idea. I mean, I was just glad. It feels weird to not work on a. I think now my only thought is that it's weird to like not work on a video, really, because we've gone on like little trips, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't have I haven't been like stacking clips for anything in particular. So that part is the weirdest part. I guess I don't really know how to think about
that's
it
kind of
being
where I'm
over.
at. That's where I'm at with the VX stuff.
Right?
I haven't started filming, and I have nothing to put any of my stuff towards other than I guess our like little web series.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's just like I have no motivation to go solo and film anything because I have no project I'm working towards.
And once you like get started, it's obviously easy. It's momentum.
Yeah.
It's like the same as everything, but like getting started is hard.
We've all kind of blew our hypothetical loads.
True.
With our clips.
100%.
Like I just released my edit. Last Try was a while ago, but you released Last Try. Deacon released the last cloud tape. We're kind of all like clipless. No crypto, no hose, no clips.
Clipless.
How does it feel for you to be done?
So good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How long was like the clip? Like how recent is the most recent clip?
Right before it released.
Yeah.
Like
it was like week, right?
We got a clip like on the weekend, and then I released it on I think like Wednesday.
Damn. That's a crazy turnaround time.
Well, the edit was already fully edited.
You just wanted to. Was it the ender that was the last one, or what was it?
No, I just needed a few more good, close to enders. Towards the end. I had the ender a while ago, but I wanted to get something better. That didn't work out. I got really hurt.
Yeah, that was rough.
Are you gonna go back for it?
No.
Every time, man. Every time, I'm the one who got to take him to the hospital, bro. And I'm the one who got to call. I got to make the call. Be like, he hurt himself again.
Wait, did you go to the hospital? Was this one of the ones? What was it? What was the injury?
I split my shin open.
Oh, I remember that photo. You sent that in the group chat. That was gnarly.
Yeah, that sucked.
Big feels bad. Somehow it's also my T-shirt. It always ends up being my...
No.
The other one was your T-shirt? This time
this
was
was Pizza's T-shirt.
Oh, there we go.
Pizza gave me a Broke Boys tank top to wrap around my
You had to
shin.
straight up tourniquet it?
Yeah.
That's crazy, dude.
So I did just wash that tank top. I need to give it back to him. It's good to
I'm
go.
sure he's going to want it back.
All the blood's gone now.
Should have just left it all crispy and nasty and put it in a frame.
Can we, if you're not going to go back for it, can we talk about what the trick is?
Yeah, it was a 180 crook down a rail. It was actually in the teaser that I posted on Instagram for the edit, but it didn't find a home anywhere in the actual edit. So look out for the like B-roll cut, the B-sides video to come from that.
And you just went over, right? Like you just jumped too high.
I cleared it by a fucking mile.
He kept going faster and faster every try. And when the rail is
it's pretty low,
pretty short, he just up and went way over the top. You know when you just get nervous, so you juice it?
Yeah.
He juiced it and cleared the rail, but was not in the weight position to do a 180 pegs. So it's a unbailable trick, I would consider it.
Yeah, you're not coming down on anything. Like, that's easy to get way over it.
I've hurt myself so many times too, clearing that back wheel on 180 crooks on accident, and I keep trying.
180 crooks, I fucked myself up doing a 180 crook, but my front peg came off and just like...
You just like chested it?
Just straight chested, and I never tried that trick ever again.
I've never...
And that was on a Subrosa rail too.
Oh, wow. I've had the pleasure of never having that happen to me, the front peg coming off. But, yeah, I have to switch 180 into them. So...
Oh, that's even crazier.
Yeah, that's probably part of the reason why I fuck it up.
You keep
more
you
often.
juices because you're going the wrong way.
I had one attempt where I got on the rail, locked in pretty good, and then I got hyped. And I was like, yes, I'm going to go back and do it. And then
he just fucking hammered it. And
I lost
it was like filming the angle where I was at. I was like, I saw his wheel go over the top, and I'm like, there's no way this is. There's no say. It's like you clear it, and you're so tucked up in the bike, you can't even ditch your bike to get out. It was literally just like he fully committed to putting his bike on the rail.
Yeah,
and the rail was like 6 inches behind him.
Yeah, and then when the panic moment where I realized I went over, my foot comes out of the strap, and then shin slams on the rail, and then my chest slams on the rail.
That's so gnarly, dude.
Yeah, at first we didn't even notice he split his shin open. I was just more worried that he didn't like crush his rib cage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, that was the first thing I felt. I like went over and sat in the grass. I was like, oh, I think I'm okay. And then I noticed like my shin felt a little funny. So I'm like, oh, what's happening there? And then I pull it up and it's to bone.
Pretty
you filleted
gnarly.
yourself.
Yeah.
That's so gnarly.
I did fillet myself.
What was the hardest trick or the trick you tried the longest for?
I need the edit in front of me to really remember. But one that I remember was surprisingly hard was I did a 180 feeble, then hopped up fakie onto the ledge, and then fakie pegs the top part of the ledge and Indianed out. And that was a tough one to figure out the footing for.
Cool spot.
Really cool spot. Difficult to link things together.
Yeah.
But it worked. It worked out. I got it. But there's one I'm forgetting probably that was harder than that I can't remember off the top of my head. Oh, no, I remember. Intro clip.
Oh my god.
180 feeble, fakie wheelie.
Oh no.
To pegs.
Oh no.
Yeah, I can see that.
Poor Deacon. Deacon really.
I had to film him with. I just got knee surgery too, so I was in my knee brace, skating, filming him fisheye, and I had to hand signal him when he was close to the ledge so that he could hop, because it was like he kept having the problem where his pedals were wrong and he couldn't pop. So I would put up my finger to tell him that his pedals were good and he was at the ledge. So
my god!
It's like if my finger was up and your pedals were good, you would make it onto the ledge when you hopped.
If you watch the clip, you can see Deacon's shadow give a thumbs up.
way.
Yeah, and so he's like looking at me, and then I'm just like, I like give him the thumbs up, like you're at the ledge. When your pedals are good, you can make it. Because there's a couple tries where he just went too far because his pedals weren't right.
Yeah, the pedals were hard to line up on that one.
Do you actually like look up at him, or are you just like seeing him?
It's in my peripheral.
Okay,
Yeah, I think it was just like I did something, and then he would be like, "Okay, I'm good. I can do it."
That's wild, dude.
Yeah, so those were a couple of hard ones. You know, there's certain things. Some of them just came really easy, and then some of them are just fucking hard. It's weird how it works out. But the tech stuff, like, I don't love super tech stuff. It's like fucking tiring, and
you do so much tech stuff though. Maybe I don't know. Maybe it doesn't feel that way to you, but
pushing it farther, like certain grind tech specifically is like a weak spot in my riding.
I feel like it's hard because your feet you have funky feet, so you have funky spin.
Yeah.
Funky grind side.
Yeah, you do have
kind
funky
of all
grind
over the
side.
place.
So like some of it you make it look stupid easy, and then other times I know it's like your switch spin, switch feeble is like insane.
Yeah, it's like certain tricks like a feeble 180 bar is incredibly easy for me. because it's all normal.
It's all his normal way.
all normal way.
It's
I
not
can't
fair.
even comprehend that.
But then on the same side, a feeble hard is insanely difficult for me because of the switch spin. So I have to go switch
spin,
feeble,
yeah.
regular spin to make that work better.
Right.
And then,
But you can do those both ways.
I kind of lost the regular way.
Really?
I can only do them the switch feeble way now.
Huh.
But I got enough clips on the regular way to be okay
To
with
iron
that.
it out.
What are we got a comment in our Discord, and I thought it was a really interesting topic kind of while we're here, is like, what are some tricks that are just every fucking time you try them, they're hard for you? No matter how much you practice them or no matter how dialed you're trying to get with them, it's just always difficult, maybe mentally or physically.
Backlashes.
Really?
Backlashes?
Really?
They're like sometimes, okay, they're easy, but then
like
they're frustrating
committing to them. See, I have a problem with them like the first go.
Yeah.
And then once I land in the backwards wheelie, I'm like, okay, I can do this. And then I just landed the second try.
Well, and they're just like, they're deceivingly easy, but then you like fall off the back really hard, or then you can't get into it, or if you're like trying to do like a trick out of it, like getting it to pop in the right spot and like curve around to the right place, like being either too turny or not turny enough, like it always just gets fucky.
See, and this is the exact reason why I rock the back brake, because I can pull the cheater move where I just fucking I just lock it up, and then wherever my feet are, wherever my back wheel is, I can pivot, and then I can bunny hop because of the straps.
That's true.
So I can. Don't zoom in on any of my VX footage, but I can fucking rock that shit. I could
Audio removed.
Yeah, I can just fucking and then hop out, and it's Gucci gaming.
All right.
So backlashes, anything else?
I mean, every single trick. I don't know, but that's like the one that comes to mind. That's the one that like I feel good about, but then I don't. What about you?
Before we go to me, backlashes are funny because the amount you 180 really affects the trajectory.
Yeah.
Like if you under rotate, then you can kind of swing around to where you're kind of aiming for. If you go exactly 180, you almost turn too much.
Yeah.
And obviously too much 180, you turn into a 3-tap almost.
Totally.
But I have a tip for you.
Okay.
Devin Smiley himself taught me this. When you 180 into the backlash, tweak the bike out. Tweak the bike out like a little bit tabletop-y, and then it'll straighten out your fakey wheelie.
Wait, like tabletop, like turn your bars, or like,
So, like,
actually
turn your-
tilt
no,
your...
sit
turn your
bike
bars.
down,
Like,
yeah.
turn your bike sideways.
Oh, weird.
Yeah, so if I'm here, I 180 here, I turn the bars this way, then land with the back wheel like that a little bit, and then it almost corrects.
Interesting.
It's normal. You
'Cause
should
it
try it
stops-
next time.
it
That's
stops
crazy.
your momentum.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Stops you from curving too much.
Wow,
Dude,
and
that's
he's
sick.
so good at like just going straight to fakie.
He's the person to
Yeah.
take notes from.
Yeah,
So-
that's a good one.
Now you know how to straighten out your backlashes into regular fakey wheelie.
Do you remember when they were called rollbacks?
Yeah.
Yeah, I do. I
Why
think
Why were they called that? And when did we change the name?
I started.
I don't know. Wasn't it like a flatline BMX trick?
I don't know. I have no idea.
I don't know why, but Matt corrected me.
Yeah, Matt corrected me too. I always called them rollbacks, and then one day it was Backlash.
I've always referred to them as the Backlash, but
Really?
I'm of the younger generation.
Yeah,
So
I don't know.
But I also grew up like watching BMX videos, so I like learned the trick on my BMX bike as a Backlash.
So you knew it as like the real
Yeah,
thing.
that was the Backlash. I don't know.
I like the name Backlash better.
It rolls off the tongue. It does.
Yeah.
It really does.
Rollback. I also at some point somebody corrected me about the switch and opposite terms,
What?
saying switch versus saying opposite.
Oh, that one's always been obvious
But
to me.
there's a switch foot and then there's an opposite spin.
I know, but I thought just if you went the different direction, it's just called a switch 180.
Well, it's weird because like skateboard, we have so many shared terms, but like skateboarders, they don't have fakies, but they call that switch.
They have fakey.
Yeah, I
Fakie-
guess that's true.
Yeah.
But fakie means the same as switch, right?
No. There's 4 board positions. You have
Front side, back side?
Oh yeah, you're right. Okay, what am I talking about?
Yeah, you have it's like the opposite of nollie.
It's fakey.
Yeah, true. Okay. Yeah, you're
And
right.
that's like, I don't know when you were a kid, but that was like the easiest way to learn some tricks sometimes was doing it fakie.
Fakie flip's easier than normal kickflip.
Yeah,
You
exactly.
think so?
I
It
did
is.
fakie tray flip before I ever landed normal tray flip.
That's crazy.
Did you learn from Janoski too?
No.
You haven't seen that tutorial? That was a crazy. That's probably the best.
Maybe I have actually.
I feel like you have.
Probably. I don't like. I watched a lot of skate content as a kid, but I I don't remember it really, or names of it.
You know what's crazy to me is like when I watch like a skateboarding video, I have no idea what flip tricks are doing at all.
Really?
No.
Really?
Like I mean the obvious ones, but like the crazy ones, I have I cannot perceive it. My brain doesn't work that way.
Did you play Tony Hawk?
Yeah.
That's how I learned.
Yeah, that's how I learned too.
Yeah, but they do like shit like Christ airs and like melon like those things are easy to see.
Did you play skate?
No.
Oh,
that's
that
probably why.
that helped a lot.
Yeah.
Huh.
I would play a lot of skate as in like high school,
Big
Yeah.
big EA skate game.
and because like that's mostly a flip trick game because it's all in your thumb.
That game's
stick.
hard as fuck. That one's like way more realistic,
skill
right?
than
Yeah.
Tony Hawk for sure.
It's fun though. Big fun.
You guys ever played Tony Hawk's Ride?
Mm-mm.
The Wii game?
It might have been on Wii also, but
The
it
one
was
that came with a board?
It was a board. I had it for, I think, Xbox. It sucked ass. It's the worst game I've ever played in my life.
Does that surprise you?
I thought it was gonna be cool.
We played the X Games snowboard game, and
Yeah, yesterday.
you've never played that game before ever?
That's the first time I've ever played that game.
He's never played the snowboard game at the arcade.
Jackson clearly has no idea what you're talking about. So
I've seen the snowboard game.
He's never played it.
I mean, it's kind of wild that you haven't at least stepped on it once.
never seen it. It's not at my local Dave and Buster's.
They have like the thing that you can like stand on, you know?
It's not at your local Dave and Buster's?
No.
The one at the Block of Orange doesn't have it.
Oh, I go to the Irvine Spectrum one.
Oh, sorry, we're not as rich as you.
I've never been to a Dave and Buster's.
Do they have them? inside?
Yeah, we got one.
Oh, you should go. It's really
Yeah.
fun.
SSX Tricky. Did you guys ever play that?
The best soundtrack of any game.
That game was sick.
The best soundtrack.
Uber mode, dude.
Dude.
Uber.
Dude.
Okay, I want to hear your guys' tricks.
Back to tricks that are always hard.
Off track.
We did get off track, but we're back on track.
I know, I just had to say it. I
Back-
just had to plug it.
Back to track.
It's like saying the name of the movie in the movie.
Off track. Okay. Crank arms?
That's not surprising. That wasn't the question.
What trick is hard that's hard for you?
You asked the question and then you just fucked up the question.
No, but it's like no matter how many times I try it and practice it, it's never comfortable.
Okay.
Miguel can crank arm down the van's big rail every time now.
That's crazy.
That's Miguel. Miguel can't keo spin.
I can't compare myself
Okay.
to Miguel. No
Miguel
one can.
can't keo spin. I've never seen Miguel keo spin in my whole life.
Yeah.
That would be a really funny series. Let us know in the Patreon if you want to see Miguel learns to keo spin or Miguel learns to fish and chips. I feel like it would be a really funny thing to try and teach him these tricks.
Just seeing Miguel on a track bike in general.
That's what I mean. Is it would be really funny to watch him do it. Anyway, continue with
He
what
would
you're saying
put too
about
much power. He would just straight up like
That's,
whip
see, but the
He'd
other thing,
pull up and rip off the handlebars.
the other thing is he might be really fucking good at it.
He could
would.
probably
He
could probably
would.
ride an aluminum track bike like the Koreans.
Yeah,
He would be really good
He
at
would
it.
just be like 1080 and then blow up the wheel set. But like he would come so close to landing it that the bike would just fold.
I'm trying to think of more tricks.
Just talk about your crank arm. I was just being shit because I was a bully and I can't crank arm. It's fine. You could talk about it.
crooks also. Crooks are also
crooks are terrible. Yeah.
never comfortable. I just always feel like my back peg wants to come off.
Yeah.
It's really funny. I learned that by accident.
Dude,
You've
you were-
crooked a handrail.
Yeah, he has.
That's
Yeah.
gnarly.
I've never done it again though.
Crooked a big one.
That's gnarly.
It's because indoor vans went away and your training rail got taken away.
Dude, I'm not gonna lie. I loved the indoor Vans rail.
Yeah.
It was the most comfortable thing on the planet. It was so good. And
just like perfect angle.
well, no, okay. The biggest reason I think that it was so comfortable is they had two hubbas on the sides
Mm-hmm.
that were the exact same height as the rail, and there wasn't coping. The coping was round, so whenever you landed on it, it felt like you were grinding a rail anyway. So it was a perfect like I don't feel super comfortable jumping on rails every time, first time. So it helped out to just be like, cool, I can double peg the ledge, and then immediately move on to go hit the handrail next because it's identical. But yeah, I lost my training ground.
Yeah,
That's also when my
sad.
360s declined because I could no longer do them out the fly out.
There's a good fly out. Do you ever go there? Indoor vans?
I don't think so.
Yeah.
What happened to it?
Somebody died?
He hit his jugular on a light box, an
Like the
industrial
roof?
light
Yeah.
box.
Like he flew too high, flew too close to the sun.
He literally hit the sun and died.
And they just said, all right, we're closing this whole place.
Okay,
Kind-
so what happened?
kind of.
This is the backstory from somebody who, like, one of my friends who is a pretty close mutual friend of his. So apparently, his parents realized that they could sue the skate park, and they got a lawyer that told them that they could sue the skate park. So they sued the skate park for the insurance money,
Wow.
and it was like $3 million or something, is what I guess the family said to his family. So this is all up in the air. Obviously, take anything with a grain of salt, but that's what I heard is the family just had a lawyer who was like, do you guys want to make money? And the family made some money.
Now, the skate park still exists, but it's just empty.
Closed.
Yeah.
Damn, you guys got to break in there.
It's still open. Like, I have friends who work at the store still, and the general consensus is the brick and mortar van store there is just too big. And it's like not like he said that they're probably going to close it once somebody rents the space. It's just
Yeah, it's a big
it's
skate
a
park.
really large like retail space, and because it has an upstairs built into it, it's like I don't know that a lot of places would even want to be there. Also, how do you take out a 14-foot
All those
deep
ramps.
14-foot deep concrete bowl inside your retail store? Seems
Yeah.
like something that not a lot of people want to deal with.
It's such a cool space. It's actually super heartbreaking. That's just not being used anymore.
That does suck.
The vans in Salt Lake was fun.
Yeah, the
I liked-
park is pretty sick.
I like that park. It's like
It's-
a good training place. There's a lot of good
I
obstacles.
heard they
and
have
stuff.
drifting.
Yeah.
Wait, really?
When Chase and I went, there was an entire drift, not an event, but like a practice track going on. And a
Whoa.
bunch of people were just drifting their cars
That's
right
kind of
next to it
sick.
That's
in the
cool.
giant parking lot.
That's cool. I like that.
It was cool, but it was loud. It was annoying while we were trying to ride.
That's what people think about you when you ride your bike and you do shit on stuff. They think you're loud and annoying. That's how it feels, man.
They tell me that even when I'm not riding my bike.
That's what I'm saying, dude. That's what I'm saying, dude.
Vans Park is still like low key. Some of the features are still too big. They like scare me. Like that one in particular, all the rails are still big. Like there's no small rails there.
True.
Is it
And
the
it,
same
like-
as HP Vans?
It looks, yeah. It
No,
kinda-
like the dimensions, like of the obstacles.
Yeah.
There's
Huh.
like some small hubbas, but I don't think there's a small rail there, like a down rail at least.
Bing rail.
I think
Yeah.
I think the way I got really comfortable on it though was we rode Huntington Beach Vans like too much, and
Mhm.
like I have an aversion to the skate park now because it's just like boring. But they have
Pretty
an
boring.
A-frame, so like it's an A-frame bank, and then there's down rails on the other side, right? But the first time I rode up to it and I went to go commit to hitting the A-frame, I didn't realize that there's no other side to it.
You mean like the side that you would fall over to? Yeah.
So there's just a big, huge planter gap
Mm-hmm.
that you can't see when you air the quarter pipe and turn around and you come back and you're like, I'm gonna rip
it looks
this
like-
A-frame,
Yeah.
and there's no landing to it.
It looks like you would just keep being able to ride down it.
Oh.
So my only option was to hit my pegs on the down rail because I wasn't going fast enough to clear the gap, and then I just landed double peg off the A-frame, and I was like, huh, that was cool, but also who the fuck built the skate park like this? Because this is like really dumb.
No. The A-frames freak me out because you're like, I don't know, something about like jumping up to a thing that's going.
Really,
I
I,
don't like
love
it.
them. Maybe it's just because I can't bunny hop high. I
It's
just
less
like them a
effort,
lot.
but like I don't know. It feels like I have no aim or precision with like where it's gonna land.
I really like them because they're like pyramids that you don't have to go fast at.
I think the Stanton A-frame is perfect.
Oh, it's goated.
That one is cool.
I still can't believe I bunny hopped over the rail.
Yeah.
Dude.
Over the A-frame rail?
Yeah.
That's fucking
I don't
you
bunny
did
hop,
that.
dude.
Wait, so what's a trick that's always hard for you no matter how much you've tried?
It's fucking wheelie 180s. That's like that's the stupidest trick.
I love wheelie 180s.
Yeah, but like they're so stupid.
They are.
They're like, and then like every time I tell J-Ball, I'm like, hey dude, like I have a trick, and he's like, he gives me the look, and I know it. Where he's like, no fucking wheelies, dog. He's like, no fucking wheelies, dog. You're ass at those things. And every time I battle it for like an hour, and every time I just look into his face and he just looks so bummed. That's why every single one of my wheelie 180 clips has been long lens, so he could sit down.
It's true.
Because he needs to be able to sit down, or I just would feel terrible.
Yeah. The thing is, wheelie 180s, maybe they're easy, but no matter how easy they are, they always take a lot of effort.
Yeah.
There's so much like.
There's nothing that feels better though than like getting the curve right and getting that torque where it just like pops around like super easy.
Okay, but have you ever had the part where you like torque out and just
Yes.
Oh, of course.
flip over? And
Yeah.
like that's
The bike
worst.
The bike's
yeah.
like tabletopping
It,
while
like,
you're.
it like as you hit the perfect pop zone, your bike just zoots out from under you, and you just
It's
end
the
up in
worst.
the worst crash.
It feels kind of similar to me as like a hard 180 pop.
Yeah.
Like it feels like the same
Yeah.
kind of like, I don't know.
Swoopy, yeah, like swoopy pop.
I wouldn't
motion.
know what that feels like off of a rail, but off of a feeble on a ledge.
Yeah.
I do
well, yeah, that's
understand.
what I mean. Yeah.
You're so good at feeble pegs hards. How did you get so good at that trick? You're like one of the first. It was like you and Miguel are like the two people who can do that trick on fixed.
I don't think I'm good at it. I think Matt Spencer was just patient enough to film with me. Like,
Dude, the one
that
the one you did in last try off of that,
one was
Oh,
crazy.
that one was big.
your back peg was like off. And
I
then
know. I don't know how that
it
works.
was like a late 180.
So that one came. That one was literally probably 4 hours.
Was Matt filming that?
Yeah, Matt filmed, and I was like trying to get just a regular 180 off of it, and I couldn't get the cab.
Oh.
I like almost like just I tried for so long, and like halfway through, I just switched to the feeble hard, and like
Wow.
I don't know why it worked.
That worked better than the.
It worked better than the
peg's
other
easy.
one. Yeah.
I will say something crazy.
Mm.
I saw a guy 360 a motor scooter, like a 50cc motor scooter, on a dirt jump.
With like a foot plant thing.
No,
Oh.
straight torque 360, and the dude takes off the like takeoff ramp completely backwards. So like
Whoa.
he's loaded so hard that his head is already
Oh.
back here before the front wheel comes off the lip. And I was like, maybe that's the secret to why I can't 360 is I don't turn my head to an extreme amount.
It does help.
No
Because-
matter what I do, I can't. My head is always behind on a 360.
And that's my problem.
That's
is
what you want,
I
no?
look,
I look at
and then I
180.
unlook, and then I
Yeah.
can't continue my spin, and I have no way to force myself to continue looking.
No.
You don't do that either?
No, I get my head to 180, maybe 270, but then I can do the 360, but my body's always ahead on the end.
Hmm.
It's not good for him at all.
Your body's always ahead. Or your head's always.
Your head is supposed to lead it, but I just can't do it. I don't know why. I like totally stop at the 180 part and just like my arm can kind of bring it around a little bit. But I think it's the reason I can't do a good 360.
So you're telling me I could 360 if I was tall? I think that's why I can't 360.
You need to get
Not tall.
the leg lengthening surgery.
Oh, where we break my shins?
Yeah. And
Patreon.
then you're not.
Patreon.
That's where the Patreon money is going, actually.
We're gonna get me the leg extension surgery.
Yeah, and then you can't do anything physical in your life ever again.
What do you mean? Do they replace it with hollow avian bones? What do they do?
Something about it makes you not be able to like do sports.
Do you think they could do it with like a bendy straw, so that I could be like a contortionist?
You probably could.
Dude, that'd be sick.
Be
Imagine.
super bouncy, just
I'll
like be
talk to
able
my
to
people.
jump
Dude,
like bring, bring.
Think about when I need to reach something tall off the shelf, and it's just the bendy straw. I can just pull on them so they get longer.
You know those kind of trampoline things that attach to your feet? They're like
Those
like
look
hooks.
so fun.
Oh yeah.
Like you could permanently install one of those into your leg and foot.
Dude.
Where you can constantly
New Jump Plus, new meta.
you can get the Yoshi double jump in real life.
Yeah, true.
Ooh, that'd be cash money, man.
Yeah. So, Jackson,
Yo.
FOAD, last try came out.
Yeah.
What's next? What are you working on right now? Are you working on anything? What are you doing with your life?
When's
Well,
the documentary coming out?
there's a couple things.
I'm doing the documentary.
He's in the documentary. I need you to push him to make the documentary come
out with the
faster.
documentary.
I'm getting my interviews slowly.
All right. I know you will.
Oh, I'm not talking about that one.
Oh,
I'm talking about
The whale one?
the
Yeah.
whale-a-thon.
the whale-a-thon. I want to learn about. I want to be educated about the whale-a-thon. I have
The
so many
whale-a-thon
questions.
has
I have so many
exploded.
questions.
Can you explain? Can you talk to us about the whale-a-thon a bit?
Yeah. Well, before I go into that,
Oh yeah.
Chase and I are working on a group edit.
Cool.
We're going to do like a tag team Cortec edit, which I think will be fun. Just something different.
Yeah, that was maybe supposed to be premiering at Suck My Comp.
Yep. So we're still working on that. Still slowly. I got a clip for it the other day. So
Oh, cool.
It's still,
That's exciting.
it's coming along, which is fun because like a little bit like
Less serious.
less serious and like Cortec you can kind of, I mean, unless you're like, for me, I don't want to go as big on the Cortec. So it's less pressure.
I challenge you guys to do more pickup bar combos than I did in my trick track edit.
That was such a good.
I will challenge you to that.
I challenge you.
How many were there? I mean, there were a lot, but
I am claiming the NBD. I'm claiming the NBD.
leg through frame bar spin.
leg through frame bar spin.
that is hard to beat.
I'm claiming it as my NBD.
Yeah, you did that with a frame that doesn't have great bar spin clearance either.
No, because I'm just
Yeah.
goated.
True. Can't argue that.
That and the frame was too big for me, and I think that's the only way that it's possible.
That is a good one. Pickup bars, there's nothing better than a pickup bar.
I'm telling you, man.
You know what my favorite is? I mean, I learned this one from you, but the pressure bar. I don't do the pressure bar enough, but like
Ooh.
it's such a cool feeling trick.
Going
The hop one?
No.
No.
Just the raw pressure bar?
Yes.
Mm.
Yes.
Going
Or the fakey one too.
Going really fast and doing it going forward is really cool.
Terrifying.
It feels really
Terrifying.
funny. Okay, my dream. Can I explain to you my dream trick? Somebody else can steal it from me too.
Let's hear it.
It's the pressure bar to suicide skid.
Pressure bar.
So like you
sounds
you
so
totally
scary.
let go and let the bike do the bar spin, and then you fully commit to the nuts to stem skid.
With no hands.
And for the record, I think I haven't seen a lot of people still do real suicide skid. I've seen the where you take your hands off, like you put your nuts to the stem and you take your hands off and do it.
Yeah.
But I haven't seen somebody go from seat to stem and fully commit in a while.
And that's what that's what a real
suicide skid is.
Yeah, that is pretty gnarly. I don't know if I've ever done one like that.
It's so scary.
That is really scary.
He was like suicide skid, and I just did one for fun, and it's in the video.
Yeah.
Sick.
It's in that trick track edit, which has crazy good views.
Hell
It
yeah.
has like 5K
That's the
views on
song.
his
It's the song.
tricky tracky Reddit.
It's a great
Hell
song.
yeah.
I know that there's a secret project happening with a certain crew that may rhyme with buff.
Oh. Yeah.
Wait, what are you talking about?
I don't know, but are you involved in that
Fluff?
at all? Yeah.
I think so. Yeah. I think so.
Oh,
you
it
filmed
must
any
be the new
clips?
stuff. It's stuff. It has to be stuff.
Stuff.
Yeah.
Stuff Mic Co.
Exactly. They sponsored.
They made these mics.
Yeah.
Dude.
Yeah, I'm excited for that one.
Are you not?
I mean, I've been filming. I've gotten
He has
maybe
some
like
stuff, dude.
one clip. I've filmed a couple for Chase, but I need the Matt energy. You know,
The Matt motivation.
the Matt motivation. He brings a lot
He's
of.
really somebody that will get you to do crazy shit.
I love
It's
when
true.
he bullies me because it's like one of those things where he just like he like looks at you and he's like, you know, you're like, dude, I'm so happy I finally landed that, and then he like looks at you and he's like, you want to watch it? And I'm like, fuck, all right, dude, I'll just get back up, man. It's like, all right, I'll get back up.
Yeah.
You can do it a little better.
It's such a bad feeling too when you land something, but you know that it just wasn't good enough.
Oh, that's the worst feeling. It's better than not landing it at all.
Yeah.
In my opinion, like
I would-
we're all such perfectionists. Like
I'm
it's
not.
crazy.
You guys are wild. That's why you guys are pro.
We're pro.
There's
yeah.
a lot of shit I've just taken.
Have you been working on fluff?
Yeah.
Yeah?
I've got clips. I live closer to Matt than you, so
Yeah.
I'm able to ride with him more.
Been getting some good stuff.
I got one clip that personally I would be happy with as an ender,
Ooh.
but
How did you decide that this
still
one wasn't in your last edit?
We still got to take you to the spot to get your actual ender.
I don't know if I'm gonna do that anymore.
No.
How about-
We're going to take you to that spot so you can do an ender on it.
All right.
It's a good spot.
I can imagine.
It's a good spot.
How did you decide?
Matt filmed it on his new.
So
camcorder.
that's just the
Yeah,
Oh, that
Okay.
was sick.
cool.
That was sick.
I love that clip.
That was
I've never
sick.
done anything.
That was a sick
I
fucking
sent it to
clip.
you.
Oh yes,
Yeah.
you did. You fucker. You fucker. It makes me mad.
Why?
No.
That was
J-Ball
crazy.
just knows how to do tricks. I feel like I've had like 2 or 3 tricks that were NBDs for me that you've since one-upped.
Have I?
Yes.
Damn. It's just like the Concord comp.
One of them was a spot trick, which that's a spot trick. But you did the one in Salt Lake when you came there for a day for good times,
Oh no.
which was an ender for me, I think. I don't remember if it was an ender.
It wasn't for good times. It was for one of my edits.
No. But you came to Salt Lake and was there for one day.
Oh,
And I don't even remember. It was the
Like 2 days.
the 4
the stairs.
flat. Yeah.
Yeah, I did like triple one up you. I like did 3 up to you on that. Unfortunately.
Yeah, exactly.
Sorry.
Exactly. Well, and then what was the one?
I don't know what other one you're talking about.
You're going to edit this, right?
Yeah.
The wheelie vertical bar out fakie wheelie. Was that in the edit or is that the clip
Edit.
that you're talking about?
That
okay,
already
that was
came
in the
out.
edit. Okay. Then that was another because I don't think anybody had done that before.
Yeah.
Wheelie, vertical
vertical
wheelie.
wall, fakie wheelie.
And then you
bar
did that
out.
one. I saw that. I was like, fucking A. J-Ball's so good.
Thanks. The bar out was tricky because of the switch foot.
That's crazy.
It took so long. Matt and I filmed.
No, it was not that long. That one did not take that
It took
long.
so long that Matt and I literally filmed a scooter edit. So all those clips of Matt riding the scooter were while he was trying
in the
that.
VX. No, Matt was holding the camera.
Wait, are we talking about the?
Yeah, I know which spot. We're talking about the same spot.
Yeah.
Who's holding the camera for me?
It was pizza.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was
And
pizza.
then Matt and I were riding my scooter.
Yeah, they were getting scooter clips for the last cloud tape.
Sick.
No,
I can't
no.
remember what trick you're talking about
So-
that you sent me.
I sent in the rough chat. I'll edit this out.
Dude, I don't think I've seen that in the rough chat. Yo, that's so sick. I've always dreamed of that trick.
That I've not battled for a trick like that in a long time.
That's insane.
I was
That's so
because
sick.
every single attempt that I didn't land was a fall.
Oh, I'm sure you were high. That's like up there.
And it was weird. I was having trouble really getting the pop onto it.
Yeah.
My wheels would touch the wall, but I wasn't getting the stick. You know.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mm.
So
Yeah, because it kind of looks, the angles look a little
so
funky too.
the ledge goes this way and the wall is that way.
Yeah.
So it's a weird thing you have to do.
Dude.
So
That's
I was hyped on that.
that's gangster. That's a really sick one.
Thanks, Guy Fieri.
How come there isn't more bowling shirts in fixie riding? We need more bowling shirts.
There's the Fluff Biko bowling shirt.
True. is that shirt for sale?
I don't think so.
I think it's just a team shirt.
No, it was for sale at the Suck My Comp, but
Mm.
I think that was the one and only run.
That was such a sick bowling shirt.
That was a sick. But we should.
Can
I
you
wonder
guys
if
rip-
Fixie ride in bowling shoes.
Bowling shoes, but they're cleats.
Well, you like, especially you, because you like the shoe sliding on the floor tricks. That's kind of your vibe.
That's true. That could be helpful.
Maybe the bowling shoes might be the secret to that.
That could be kind of sick.
Did you keep up with the Sean Ricany, Tate Roskelley beef?
No, I watched part of that interview and I couldn't get all the way through it because I was like, this is just too wild.
I watched the whole thing. It was
What
free.
was the? I mean, I don't know if it's good content. But
No, I don't know. I don't know what Tate said about Sean, But Sean was not happy about it and went off about how Tate's like a fucking fake bullshit rider.
Damn.
Yeah.
That's fucked up.
And that's your boy.
I mean,
It's your fucking boy.
he's sick.
Do you draw a lot of inspiration from him?
I mean, I would say definitely like early inspirations were definitely Tate and like all the crazy shit he did. And being in the same city, like I liked the like I always liked creative writing in general. And then on top of that, being like in the same city as someone
Yeah.
is pretty wild too.
Have you ever inspired him?
I don't want to take credit for this because I don't know if it's actually true, but I did rock a black mag on my BMX before he started doing it, like
Shit.
a little while before.
Okay.
But
Just claim it.
That's yours.
I'm not going to say that he.
You heard it here first. Jackson Bradshaw influenced Tate Roskelley to use mag wheel.
No, I don't think but I mean, there was always the mag wheel guy, and that's who I got it from, was that BMXer who always had, what was that was like his Instagram handle too.
Yeah.
Like Austin guy. I think.
I like that look.
It's sick.
I think it's cool. More people should do it.
It's wild too, because like those, unlike the Aerospoke, those wheels are so flexy, and it's crazy because it's only a 20,
Yeah.
but like you can feel that thing
plastic.
like bling bling bling. It's terrible.
It's straight plastic.
It's so bad.
It's scary.
Yeah.
They're strong though.
No, I'm sure.
I mean, it works.
You
I
just
still
can't.
have
You
mine.
just can't fix them.
No.
No, they're done.
Is the carbon Aerospoke thing like a real thing where
It's
you
not carbon.
not carbon, where you put it in the freezer? That's what I meant to say.
I think that's for mag wheels. I don't think it's for Aerospokes.
Oh, really? I always heard that about Aerospokes, that you just like put them in the freezer and
Okay,
it like resets.
okay. Who has a freezer big enough to fit a 700
That's actually a really
wheel?
good question.
I like my freezer at home couldn't fit frozen pizzas. So like trying to put a fucking Aerospoke into the freezer.
If you can fit Aerospoke into your freezer, holler in the comment.
It's like, yeah, it's next to the 3 bodies I have in there too. You know, it's just getting trued up. It's good to go.
You got to put it in the garage freezer. Is that a thing for you guys? Like, when you
Yeah.
grew up, did you
Chest
grow up with
freezer?
people who
well,
had
we-
garage freezers?
Yes. Garage fridge, garage freezer
Yeah.
was a thing.
Yeah.
I still have my parents still have garage fridge.
Yeah.
I
I've seen that.
That's where all the beverages
I've had
are.
that,
I
yeah.
recently just purchased a garage fridge and it looks like it fell off the back of a truck, but I saved $1,000 on
It's
it.
the garage fridge. Doesn't matter how it looks.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. And it definitely holds the bev, but it can still definitely not fit an Aerospoke.
You need to like break down the center wall and make the fridge that opens like this just one whole freezer.
So you can put the
So you can put
in.
What do you mean?
Aerospoke
You just
in.
break the Aerospoke in half, and then
And
you put them
that's-
both in the freezer.
and then when you open
the
it,
door,
it's
it
welded.
goes back together.
Speaking of Aerospokes, you're going to borrow my bike to go ride
That's still it's still a maybe.
in
But-
Portland tomorrow.
So yeah, so like I said, we're in Oregon, and I think I'm gonna ride with some of the Portland squad. I don't know what the details are on that exactly, but Jackson brought his Core-Tech here for some reason. We have no idea why. But
Pedal around. Do tricks.
when are you gonna do that?
Well, I'm going to go to Portland after you.
Oh, okay,
And Val brought her bike, so it's just something to like
that's fun.
be able to trick around on.
I wish I
and
could have
pedal
brought
on.
my bike.
But right now, my bike is not broken. So if he does go ride it tomorrow.
I'm not going to break his bike.
Yeah,
You heard it here first.
I don't know.
I don't
Deacon's
break
not
bikes.
selling me on
I don't
this.
break bikes that much. Don't let this guy with his propaganda
Excuse me.
fool you.
Excuse me, Mr. Ball. How many bikes do you own?
Like 12.
How many bomb tracks did you break?
No, we don't. That's a different. That's a high tension steel frame. It's
How-
not even chromoly,
How many bomb track cranks did you break?
dude. Look, the recurring theme here is bomb track. Bomb track is the problem. It's not me.
What's the scariest like bike part break you've ever had?
Oh, I'm ready.
Let's hear it.
I had a Spinergy explode on me,
That's insane.
and when everybody tells you that it's like a light switch where you go from riding to you're not riding, it's the truth. I had it split right at the seam down the middle, and the metal rim came separated from the carbon piece, and my whole front wheel just crunched. And thankfully, I was riding around in a parking lot being a ding dong, so like doing pickup bars, like just cruising around, and then my front wheel just completely folds.
Is that your current 650C Spinergy you have?
No, that was a gift from Kareem. It was a 700C one that I got at a yard sale for $75.
Wow.
It's pretty good.
Tubular.
Tubular.
Very cool.
I broke my foot because of a crank breaking.
Oh.
Not El Toro.
Not El Toro. This was before El Toro. I did a wall. I was filming for Can't Fool the Youth 3.
Okay.
And I did a wall ride, and when I came down, my bomb track crank snapped, and trying to find my footing, I broke my toe.
Damn.
Yeah,
That's gnarly.
that sucks.
That's a pretty good one.
That's the most consequence I've ever faced from breaking something. There's also been 2 times in my life where my friend just gets on my bike and like gets on, and the handlebar just pushes off. It's happened to me twice.
That's crazy.
Wait, what? Is like handlebar snaps or handlebar falls down because it was loose?
Snaps.
So somebody else got on your bike and
Yes.
then your handlebar snapped?
Twice. That happened twice with a pair of All City bars, All City fuzzy bars, and then my Alter bars.
You're not selling me on riding my bike.
This is all 2014 J-Ball we're talking about. When's the last time I broke something? Don't even bring up your wheel.
Every time he's ridden my trick track bike, I've had to true the wheels.
What? This is just fake news for the podcast.
The way that the amount of torque that this man will put into your spokes will stretch them beyond any wheel builder.
Don't listen to him.
I don't understand breaking a chainring. Like that literally,
I didn't break
not
a
chainring, a
A
sprocket.
sprocket.
Yeah.
There was just so much torque that all the supporting bars snapped off.
But I've seen that with the all steel ones. Obviously, that happened a lot for like the spike one.
Keep in mind, it was a 30 tooth. He was riding 30-10 and snapped the sprocket.
Yeah. It was a
So-
30 tooth.
So the amount of torque that he was probably putting into his bike was at the maximum because that is a heinous ratio to be riding around on.
That is a pretty heinous ratio.
Big ratio.
Also, you've ridden his master. The amount of drivetrain slop that is in
It's so bad.
his spider and chainring setup is
Yeah,
ridiculous.
it's really-
It's so bad.
It's really not good right now.
I felt so bad for him. I gave him my brand new volume curl.
That didn't help. It's still all fucked.
Because everything on your bike is worn out. The chainring is worn out. The chainring bolts, I hate to break it to you, they wear out.
Okay, here's a question.
Yeah.
Would you choose like super untrue wheel or loose drivetrain? Like sloppy drivetrain.
Untrue wheel all day.
Untrue wheel?
Drivetrain slop, I hate it. I
But you
can't.
kind of also get used to it too.
That's copium. You're huffing the copium.
Yeah. I don't know. I rode an unknown hub for a long time and it wasn't that bad. Like I got used to it.
That just cemented that you are huffing the copium. The
Yeah.
unknown hub was like unacceptable level of play.
It was bad, but you get used to it, you know?
Dude, sometimes it feels like you're riding a freewheel for a second with those.
It was.
Those
Well,
hubs.
you know who rode like the craziest, loosest hub was Elliot. He had
Did
like
he?
the most, he had like straight up like that much crank rotation.
Oh my
Like-
god, that's fucked up.
What are the hands on the minutes? Like 15. He had like 15 degrees of rotation.
The craziest part is it's not even like the hub became like that. The hub started like that.
That's true. That is true.
And that's why I have a big problem with them. It's not that it wore out. Like, the spike hubs kind of got like that, where if you rode them for 8 years,
yeah.
the driver got a little play. The machete hub did it too. But when you bought something brand new and it rode like that, kind of a problem.
Yeah.
That was the only thing at the time, though. It was hard to find stuff.
So you would rather do squeaky drive, or you would rather do shitty drive chain?
I don't know. Like having like a really loose back wheel that like I'm talking like back wheel tension is gone, like wobbly, like that's so crazy.
Is your tire rubbing your frame way too often?
Yes.
Like you have to constantly
like
fix
every
it?
rotation.
That does suck.
All right,
It sucks really bad.
All right, I have a better one.
What?
Blown bottom bracket, loose headset.
Oh,
Blown bottom bracket.
blown bottom bracket.
I can't stand a loose headset.
That's so annoying.
It's the worst feeling
Those
ever.
two, the one where your bottom bracket sounds like marbles, and when your headset makes the noise every time you land.
Dude. Well, and the headset always just like feels like I'm breaking the bike. Like I always feel really bad.
It makes your bike ride so bad when your headset's loose. It's crazy.
It's terrible.
And when I feel other people's bikes where their headset is loose, I don't understand it, because it's like I can tell riding in a straight line immediately. Like
totally.
I can get on and I'm like, that the bike just made the headset is loose noise.
Dong.
Yeah.
Dong. It's like the most distinct noise.
You just drop it a little bit.
And and this brings me up to my other conversation piece.
What's that?
I fucking hate Starnuts.
Look, I don't think anybody likes Starnuts. Nobody likes Starnuts.
Them. Why do they come with the headset then? Why do they come with the headset for free?
Because they're trying to get rid of them.
It's the worst thing ever.
I think that they have a use case.
They don't.
What's the use case?
Like I said, when you are making a fork for
Okay.
a variety of head tube lengths.
We'll let him finish because I'm about to whop him on the head.
No, we're letting him finish because this was said off camera.
Yes. So when you're making a fork for, like, say a trick track bike, and you know people are going to be buying it and putting it on a bunch of different bikes.
J-Ball Jab Fork out now. Resistbikes.com.
Hey,
J-Ball Jab Fork.
J-Ball, where's the promo video for that?
But
when is the promo video for that coming out? Kind of weird that the
the
fork came
works.
out and there's no content other than the pictures of you.
Hey, I took some cool pictures.
Kind of weird that there's not a single
All right,
video.
you should just
showcasing
be
it.
boxing the fork. You should hang the fork.
I have an idea.
and
I have an idea for it. I'm not going to spoil anything. Keep going with your thought for the use case of the Starnut.
Different head tube lengths. People want to run different spacers. It's easier to run a Starnut than the alternative with a compression bolt.
Okay, so have you ever heard of this thing called a compression cap?
I mean, yes. I use one on the FGFS.
They work great.
No, he's not talking about
Oh,
screw
you're
in.
talking about those. Those ones suck, though. They feel like they don't work all the time.
You know, they sell ones that aren't this big. They sell the 1-inch one for carbon forks. They sell the 3-inch one for aluminum forks. And they sell a heavy-duty one that is quite literally 6 inches long.
That's crazy.
And
That's longer than any head tube.
And my bitch never moved once, dog. And I crank on my headset.
And so you're saying use that instead of a Starnut
Yeah,
always.
and you want to know the best reason why? I'm sure you've had it mid-session where your Starnut pulls out. And your day is done.
It's been a really long time since I've had that happen.
I don't know if I've ever had that happen.
I've always had it where you'll land hard, your headset will get loose, and then you like crank on your bolt again, and then it comes loose, and your Starnut went from being an inch inside the fork to being at the top of your fork. And you just look at it and you're like, I could hit it back down. You hit it back down. It just doesn't do it, right? The compression cap, you loosen it, you put it back down, and you tighten it, and you can keep going till infinity. I'm telling you, it's a move. It's a
I
game
can't
changer.
I can't back it up, but I just have a feeling the compression bolt, not like the BMX, is
Compression
not.
cap.
It doesn't hold as well.
See, I've never had a problem, and I gave one to J-Ball, and I don't think his headset's come loose since.
He didn't give one to me.
Yeah, I did.
Which bike does it have it on?
The Thrancher, the V1 Thrancher.
You're right. I'm wrong.
I
It's
put
not-
it together.
It hasn't come loose.
So you guys are both team destroyed Starnuts.
I just don't use them anymore, because the best part about the compression cap, if you ever want to change your fork out, you can just loosen it and change your fork out.
True.
I'm team threaded top cap every time, as much as I can.
Well, unfortunately,
yeah.
the J-Ball Jab fork didn't come with a
That's
threaded
so it
top
can
cap.
appeal to the track bike crowd. Barspin your track bike today at resistbikes.com. J-Ball
Does it
Jab Fork.
Does it come in 1 inch?
No. It does not.
Uh-oh.
I just remember that's the
Uh-oh.
classic question.
Who wants a fucking trick to trick on 1-inch fork?
I actually think there is for a retro MTB build, it would be sick to be able to put a 1-inch.
Yeah,
fork,
how come?
Some of those have.
Hey,
1 inch.
can you ask Volume and Resist to make a V-brake
Yes.
mountain bike fork?
Yes.
No.
And
Why would
tell
I
him
have
it's
to
for
do that?
tell him it's for fixed gear, but
J-Ball,
make it 1 inch.
J-Ball, I'm telling you, you guys will probably you could fund Volume bikes off selling the replacement old school mountain bike fork.
They really could. They really could.
And just like I've been saying about the BMX industry, there's no money in fixie, there's no money in BMX. All the money's in mountain bike.
That's facts.
And
Resist mountain bike coming soon.
Resist never followed me back on Instagram, so I'm gonna say it. I don't think they're there for the hopes and the dreams of us.
How does that feel?
I think.
You don't have to comment on this.
Okay.
Look, they're putting money into it
Yeah.
right now.
Yeah.
They just released a new seat color. They released some new cranks.
What's the new color?
It's a latte.
Oh,
Like a
so
light-
like a light brown?
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Do cranks.
They're not the medial cranks. You're smoking weed.
You're going to have to tell me. So when you ride the Cortec, I've got 160s on there. You
Ooh.
have to tell me how you
Best
like
case.
them.
Best case.
Okay.
They're kind of sick.
160s are the best. I'm a
Like-
big 160 enjoyer.
I have
They're kind of
165s.
tight. I was like, I bought those on eBay because they were all that was available was a 160. And I was like, all right, I guess I'll try it. Like 165 I've run, but it's kind of sick, especially
you.
for Barspins.
I feel like I'm riding a fucking rocker when I'm.
It's 5 mil.
I know,
It-
but it still feels different.
Like you buying Merit pedals versus Odyssey pedals is more than 5 mil.
Doesn't change the length of your crank.
No, but it changes a lot of your barspin clearance.
Yeah, probably.
I think the ratio change is only like 1 tooth, like technically, because it's a gear inch change. It's not. Honestly, I think running bigger tires has more of an effect on your ratio than changing your cranks.
I do not know the math of that. That sounds
I
way
want
too
to
hard.
dispute it, but I'm not smart enough to.
Shout out Sheldon Brown. Somebody check me on that.
True.
Anyways, yeah, we'll see how the 160s feel. I've ridden 160s before. It just feels kind of weird sometimes to me, but
Yeah, it's spinny for sure.
I think it's less spinny.
You're wrong.
I feel like when I used to ride 175s, the ratio feels lighter.
It
No.
does feel lighter. So the initial
They have
pedal
more
in
torque.
Oh,
is lighter, but later on in the crank rotation, it's less. It's less pedal pressure. It like flips. Your feet move slower with longer cranks. That's what I'm trying to say.
I see what you mean.
yes.
Your feet move faster with smaller cranks, which is what I think Jackson was trying to say.
Yes, and you're like, I don't know. Yeah, it feels.
Your cadence increases with smaller cranks.
Okay. I guess I'm thinking of like the way it feels torque-wise, because
Oh.
it feels like it's harder to get going with shorter cranks.
Totally.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is definitely less torque.
But then it makes it. I like it because it makes your uber funny, goofy, silly ratio heavier. So you look less dingus dongus with it.
Do you guys run 175 still? Or no?
No.
Fuck no. 160s on
Really?
both bikes.
Actually, I'm on 170s on my rough.
That's crazy.
Think I'm on. What am I on? I thought I was
you're
on.
a heavier ratio though, huh? Yeah.
2810. It's not super heavy.
It's heavier
Yeah.
than 25.9.
True.
I thought I had longer cranks, but maybe they are 165s.
You know what I bought from Tyler Johnson?
What?
The prototype Resist Mogatu sprocket. 29 tooth.
Whoa,
Yeah.
that's crazy.
29 tooth sprocket. So the Demolition Mogatu sprocket, that's out. That exists. But it was going to be a Resist sprocket before they put it out as a Demolition sprocket.
That's
So there's
crazy.
Resist branding on this sprocket. That looks
is
like a Mogatu.
Sick.
It's pretty cool. Yeah, Tyler was selling it. I'm like, that's a little interesting piece of fixie history right there. So I continue to hoard.
I did notice they re-released the 10 wall.
Yeah,
Not 26.
not 26. It's
Just-
it's so funny though, because every time Resist releases something new, the comments are flooded with, okay, what about this? What about this? And I'm guilty of thinking it too.
I think one of the funniest things is I feel like they're going to do all this stuff and then nobody's going to buy it.
I mean, that's always the worry, right?
I don't know. Because, I mean, like, how many frames... I don't have a need for a seat post clamp. Like, that was the one thing where I was like, I kind of don't need a seat post clamp.
No one needs it, but it's like it's probably a very inexpensive thing for them to make, and it's just like, you know, a way to get more branding on people's bikes for a small cost.
The seat post clamps they're just so specific for the sizing too.
Yeah.
Are they?
27, yeah.
27 too?
I mean, you just did it with the Tyrant frame, right? I had to inform you that they make a different size seat post.
Yeah, it was a 31.8.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Liter size.
But even between if you have a 27.2 seat post, your outer diameter can be different.
Change.
That's right. That's true.
Yeah.
It's annoying.
I guess it's for their frames. Like they made that for their cutter and thrasher.
The thrasher didn't come with a seat post clamp, did
it?
Dang.
But the they made 45C tan walls again, 700C, but Jesus Bike Shop in LA like bought all of them. So now they're exclusively being distributed through Jesus Bike Shop.
Does that surprise you?
A little bit.
Yeah, I'm kind of amazed Food didn't get any.
Yeah, I mean, Food doesn't have that much fixie clientele. Jesus Bike Shop, I think, has a lot.
Yeah, but like the amount of people I've seen riding them on their like gravel bike, because like
people ride resist tires on gravel.
No, on their gravel bike.
Oh,
because it's
you don't ride gravel on a gravel bike.
Oh, sorry.
I'm just kidding.
It's J-Ball. It's a fat tire road bike.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's
we need to call it something else.
It actually is kind of a sick commuter tire, though.
Yeah, because it's really light and it's fast.
It's my favorite tire.
It's just in the rain, it's not that good.
Oh, yeah. It's terrible in the
or dirt.
Yeah.
Like, it's a terrible
or
tire
anything else
dirt.
besides perfect conditions. Take it to Woodward, you're fucked.
Oh, that was bad.
But not going to get another tire on there. I don't like any other tire. That's the problem.
I think mine finally hit the point where they're like too round.
Really?
Yeah, they hit that point where they're so like they've been heated and cooled so many times that it's just like I have no more traction. Like Slippery Skate Park is like danger zone for my original logo resist tires.
The traction isn't my like I don't care. The traction is whatever on the resist tires. It's not great.
It's just
but
the weight.
It's the weight and the shape.
Yeah.
Because I was talking to Chase about this. Every other tire isn't as round as the resist tire.
Yeah.
So your wheelie balance is different and thrown off.
Totally.
So like Chase switched tires and he couldn't wheelie anymore.
That's so weird.
And I had the same problem in 2014 when Bomb Track made tires and I was like obligated to ride them, of course. I put them on my bike. I couldn't fucking control my wheelies anymore. Couldn't turn them.
I mean, it makes sense. Like so much of the cornering, like
yeah.
And it is weird. Like a square tire just feels terrible.
Yeah, and the Bomb Track tires were very square.
Yeah, they are. They are really square. They're like one of the most square.
One of the squarest tires ever.
Big square tires.
That shit's moving one side at a time. Like
It sucks. It feels terrible.
But I think that's why they feel so fast too.
Yeah, true. They're fast boys.
You know what was a fast tire? Underrated tire. Halo Twin Rail. That one was kind of sick.
You're lying.
Dude,
You're
I'm
lying.
not.
You're lying.
I'm not lying.
J-Ball, input a picture of my pink pink Halo Twin Rails, and I'm telling you, those things were so heavy.
They were heavy, but like they rolled quickly. They felt fast.
That was the Euro exclusive tire.
It was. I only had one once, but I just remember I liked it.
They made the craziest skid marks on the floor, and that's why I like them.
Oh, I bet.
They left pink skid marks on the floor.
Sick.
And they made like the zipper noise every time you did a skid. It would just make the
like a brand new resist tire.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What tires do you run on your rough right now?
I have the what are they called? I don't even remember. That's
Mission?
Mission. Well, no, I have a Mission, and then I put a Rant on the front.
Ooh, the Rant tire's pretty cool.
And I just barely put that one, or I put that one on a little while ago, and it's fine. They're like both. I've had a couple of the different Mission tires, and I don't know any of the names of which ones are which, but I've had like mixed luck with them. One of them I got was so heavy, and then one was fine.
I have gotten confirmation from Jacob Ruff. The tire science master.
He is.
That the new 2.4 resist tires are the one.
Whoa.
Wait.
He said that is now permanently his new back tire.
Interesting.
He really likes them.
It's the wheelies.
Must be.
He's a
Yeah,
big wheelie
because he's a
guy.
big wheelie guy. He can get the most optimal wheelie control with that roundness.
Can I
That is
inform
very
you
true.
the real reason why I ride resist tires?
What is it?
When you have a back brake on your frame, making your tire not rub your brake calipers is the biggest pain in the buns. So having a 2.25 rear tire is actually the cheat code.
So it's a size thing for you.
Yes. And I just ethereally hate the Tioga Power Block. And that's the only tire that is available smaller than 2.1 or 2.25 that I'm willing to even own.
Conniption's not bad. That one's it's small.
It inflates wide though.
No, it's still pretty small.
It inflates wide.
I'll send you a picture.
I don't know, man.
It's like smaller than a Colt 2 point whatever.
The wraparound tread tire,
Those Colt tires are so bad.
Yeah.
the Vans one.
Yeah.
I mean,
They do make the funniest squeak noise though.
they do. Well, and the smaller one was okay. The bigger one was like way too
so
much.
heavy.
So
They're
heavy.
so
S&M
heavy.
Speedball also terrible
Really
tire.
heavy.
So
Really
bad.
heavy.
That's
You
like
tried it
almost-
too?
Yeah. I put them on there and it was just like,
What was that Primo tire they made? Mission tire?
oh, the street,
Whatever.
not street meat.
The super heavy. No, that was the grime tire.
That was a
never
grime
came out.
Oh,
street
yeah.
meet tire.
Never came out. Primo made a tire, or
Chase had that one and it was so heavy.
so much tread.
Heavy tires is the worst.
Yep.
It's
I think it makes a huge, like
Oh
it makes
my
such a
God,
big difference for
noticeable.
how your bike feels.
it makes
Hookworm?
It
You ever run a hookworm?
no.
I did back in the day.
That's the
Like,
wheelie boy tire.
2.5
it was
hookworm.
huge, yeah.
I rode upstairs on mine.
Those were crazy,
That's the go-to wheelie boy tire now.
right? It's wild. That one actually has a pretty round shape too, but it's just like that much rubber all the way around the entire thing.
Yeah, those things are crazy.
Speaking of tires, how tired were you after that skid video? The skid
Oh,
wear test
yeah.
video.
You
Oh.
Skin versus Randonneur.
It wasn't too bad. I mean, I rode up the hill a lot of times. That part sucked, I guess.
yeah.
But actually holding a skid and like trying to hold a skid for like 30 seconds at a time
That's what I'm saying.
is pretty
It's
hard. Like
exhausting.
it got pretty tiring. I think next time I do it, I want to just, it's kind of cheating because it's not as entertaining, but I kind of want to just do it on a road bike and just pull a brake.
Why don't you
And
just
just, like-
why don't you just put it on like a single speed?
That would work too. I
Yeah,
mean,
and then
whatever.
You could like pretend that it's a fixie.
No, pretend.
Yeah, you can. The other one that'll work because it actually looks like a fixed gear cog is a coaster brake, but then you have to hide the coaster brake
True.
side. You have to hide the little lever arm.
Nah, you need the fixie. You need the fixie street cred. You need to keep doing it for real.
It's true. Well, the thing about it would be way more of an exact test if I did it with a road bike. Because have you ever done like a
Yeah,
skid on a
you're-
road bike?
It's just on and off.
It's
Yeah.
on and off. And like, I remember I rode a road bike and I was like, oh yeah, you can do skids for a while. And I blew through the tire like so quick because it skids like exactly only on that spot. Whereas
Which
like,
I think would be more scientific. Yeah.
exactly. But like fixie, you kind
You
of
pedal
move
through
a little bit.
and
Yeah.
then you spread the wear out. Yeah, so it's completely different.
So
Are you gonna do another one of those videos? Because I saw a lot of comments saying, "What about this tire? You gotta try this tire."
I've got like 5 tires in my garage and I just haven't
I
started
included-
making the video.
I added to those comments too.
Did you?
What was
Soma
the tire
everywhere.
You wanted to see?
I
Soma
have
everywhere.
I have the Soma everywhere. I can't remember if I got the 28. I'm gonna do a big tire test, another big tire test, and then a small tire test.
What was the other one? The armadillo?
I got an armadillo, and then I've got. It must be like popular in another country because I could only find it on Amazon, but it was like a Choi Yang or something. I don't remember.
Choi Yang.
Choi Yang something.
I don't know. I have no clue. That was just being
But
racist.
it was something that I'd never and it was like $22 for 2 tires.
2 tires.
Yeah.
Wow.
And that was like the most commented was that tire
Wow.
brand that I had never heard of.
Thank
But-
you.
What's a
that's-
funny challenge video we can do?
Oh, I thought of. Okay, this isn't that funny, but Tom. I've been talking to Tom Mosher a lot ever since our podcast together. Shout out to Tom. Tom suggested a challenge, like an Instagram challenge, where it's like I can't remember the exact wording he was using, but it's regular switch. So you do same line, something regular, something switch. I think that would be a fun challenge to run.
That sounds really difficult. I was thinking more like funny video idea.
Okay, your skid, suicide skid.
No, I'm saying like okay. You want to hear mine?
Yes.
How fast can you snap an aluminum track bike?
Oh yeah. Wait, no, that's what we have planned.
You're actually gonna do that?
Yeah.
Oh, I have no. I do not want to keep the thing.
We have a Tyrant Beastie, and we're gonna put it to the test.
And you're gonna be riding it the whole time, and hopefully just don't die when you
keep doing tricks on it.
The only thing I am worried about is I want to make sure that he has dental because it has a full carbon steer.
I can wear my boxing mouth guard.
That's a good idea.
I would.
That's a good idea.
And
you can punch me in the face too.
You know what else we can do? We can do who will win, J-Ball jab fork or Tyrant Beastie frame.
Oh.
Which one breaks first?
We'll see.
Hopefully not both at the same time.
Yeah.
Because that could clearly be what happens.
Did you check out my Tyrant Legacy video?
The build video?
It was a build and ride.
I watched most of it, I think.
I was proud of that video. Go check that out on the channel if you haven't seen it yet.
What's another funny thing?
That's the one with like the crazy fork, right? They have like or no.
Is it a crazy fork? I think it's relatively normal.
It's
Never
just
mind.
a big tire track bike.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was a cool bike. I actually ride it a lot.
Oh, I've been talking about seats because one of my friends is building an NJS bike, and he asked me a question, and I maybe this would be something that you guys can weigh in on because I feel like a lot of people just randomly DM me going, "Hey, dude, what seat should I buy, dude?"
Okay.
What do you guys look for when you're buying a seat to do tricks on?
Depends if it's a trick track seat or depends if it's a fixie seat.
True.
Or a fixie freestyle seat, I mean.
Well, obviously I'm more talking about like trick track because like I hate to break it to you, but every single pivotal seat is the same shape.
Yeah, very same.
True.
But the resist one's comfy.
I don't like leather though. I don't like.
I think it's fake leather.
No, it's not like that kind of thing. I don't like the slipperiness.
He doesn't like slippy.
I need like a cloth. I like a grip.
Mass Turbo seat available at masterbike.co.
We got it. He got there. We got him.
That's actually the best trick track seat.
We got him.
I bought two. I got a pink and I got the black.
I didn't realize Celia Italia didn't make the suede one in any other color other than the brown.
Oh shit!
They don't make a black.
You got blue, you got pink, you got black. I think there's one. Is that the three colors of the master seat?
Gray.
Yeah.
Gray.
There was a gray. I gotta say though, it's no knock on the master, but turbo shape kind of hurts my ass. It's a hard seat.
I have one on the old school mountain bike. I don't know. I feel like the new master one's more comfortable.
The master one is more comfortable than a turbo seat.
It is.
I have a turbo seat
Because
still.
the turbo I have is definitely not as concaved, and it's not as nice. Like the actual cushion pad on the master is like concaved.
Yeah.
And then the real turbo is flat.
Interesting.
So it's not as comfortable to me.
And I like that it's at least like the suede too, because like I feel like it is more concave, and sometimes when I've had saddles like that, I'd slip forward, and then I'm sitting on the nose, and that sucks. But it's a sick saddle. It's also tall. I noticed that you like put it on, and you like have to drop your seat post. It's wild.
I didn't actually notice that.
It's a lot of padding.
It is.
Maybe if they purchased a master bow seat, it would have absorbed some of the impact.
Maybe
that's the secret.
Find out the secret on the Patreon.
I wonder what the correlation is between bent seat rails and
broken master frames.
That might be.
I don't know.
Because if you run like a pivotal seat, obviously it just would impact all the force through. But if you rode like a railed seat, it would probably break your seat first, right? At least hopefully it would.
True.
I guess if you're riding like a titanium railed seat.
I wonder what happens too if you like have because I can get my seat post all the way down to the cutout. I wonder if people are running.
Don't talk so loud. You're talking too loud, bro.
I think that's about all the time we have here in this here podcast. I don't know what the bonus episode is going to be yet. It will not be with Mr. Jackson here, but we'll figure out something fun for you. And we're probably going to bring back Fixie Jeopardy soon. If you don't know what Fixie Jeopardy is, we played Jeopardy with Fixie terms and questions. It was really fun. Jackson and Deacon were both on it.
I was scammed.
If you want to see Deacon get scammed, go into the Patreon at patreon.com/suckmycog. Anything else from you boys?
No, it was great talking to you guys.
Yeah, thanks for being our official first time being a second guest.
Hell yeah.
Appreciate it.
You
Sick.
ended it at the perfect time.
Wow. The camera just shut off.
Holy shit. Good job.